Have you had challenges moving leads from your CRM or from the ads you get to a client and you sell Forex, whether it's crypto, FX itself, or any of the financial instruments? I'm going to walk you through in this video how you can convert these leads to sales right over the phone. Now, generally, a lot of people have challenges in this Forex space because a lot of times they have leads, and even when these people have bought from them, in future they come back and the people come back and they say things like, "Oh, I'm losing money. I don't want to continue anymore," and this tends to affect the performance of the salesperson. Now, first of all, it's important that we understand the importance of a trading philosophy. A trading philosophy just refers to the standards and the systems, structures you put in place. These are mental structures, by the way, you put in place to ensure that you're able to trade in a specific and disciplined way over a prolonged period. So, for example, there are people who say things like, "Oh, before you can trade, you must make sure that you understand that you see it as a business and not just saying it as like a get-rich-quick scheme, I mean." So a business, for example, would have a 10 to 20% year-on-year growth. This means that you should expect some slight improvements in performance every year. You shouldn't expect that you start a business today and tomorrow or in a month or in 3 months, you're doing 1,000%. That would be unrealistic. So it means that you should also have realistic expectations. Some other philosophies could be, I want to work towards it. I need to have a financial target that I'm working towards. I need to have regular inflows. Another one, I need to have my risk to reward ratio. I need to have my trading discipline. Once it gets to a particular time every day, I stop trading for that day. Whether or not the market is doing well, I just stop for that day. So every organization or every individual to trade successfully must have their trading philosophy. So when it comes to being able to sell Forex over the phone and convert these leads to sales, one thing at the back of your mind must be that the person you're communicating to needs to understand the trading philosophy. See, without the trading philosophy, nobody can do this kind of sales effectively. And that's why it's something you must give priority to. So there are 4 steps to move these leads you get from a prospect all the way to a close. Number 1, you must sell yourself successfully. You must sell yourself successfully. And here, when we say sell yourself successfully, what we're simply saying is that give a punchy introduction. Introduce yourself in the right tone of voice. Now, why is the tone of voice important? See, in communication, when you meet people face to face, 7% is what you say, words. If words is only 7% when you sell, this means that it's not enough. What you say is not the true thing that persuades people. And this is in face-to-face communication, not even over the phone. Tone of voice, 38%, which is over 5 times more important than what you're saying. 7% words, 38% tone of voice, then 55% body language. However, when you're on the phone, there's a slight reverse. Tone of voice, content, words, now jumps up to 14%, which is twice what it was in face-to-face. Tone of voice now doubles to 76%, which is twice it was when you were face-to-face, and the body language drops to 10%. This means that even your body language is important while you're on the phone. But what's most important? Tone of voice 14%, words 14%, tone of voice 76%, body language 10%. Well, which is most important then? The middle, which is your tone of voice, 76%. So your tone of voice on the phone is the most important thing when you're introducing yourself or even when you're selling at all over the phone. So you want to make sure that you sound, your intention, you see, affects your tone of voice. How you feel affects how you sound at the end of the day. So my intention is to sound like I'm polite. My intention is to sound like I'm caring. My intention is to sound like I genuinely want to help you. Anybody who comes to do business with you, any lead that you get, or anybody who clicks interest in your ads, the person is clicking for interest because the person has a problem they're trying to solve. They want to make more money. They want to get out of debt. They want to purchase certain things. They want to grow their family, grow their finances. There are needs they have. So you must treat them and engage them from that place of compassion, like somebody who is helping people. And this would reflect in how you will be communicating, your tone of voice. The second thing you want to do after introducing yourself with the right tone of voice, showing passion, compassion, care, being very polite with your smile over the phone. Because when you smile over the phone, your voice changes. The second thing you want to do is that you want to sell your company. You want to sell your company. And to sell your company successfully, why is it important to sell your company? People do business with you if they know you, if they like you, and if they trust you. Now, if people know you because they've seen your ads, they like you because of the way you've spoken to them. If they don't trust you, they don't do business with you. And the first thing you want to get out of the way is this trust issue. Because if you move from selling yourself and you go straight into talking about your services and talking about your products, the doubts will still be in the mind of the prospect. The prospect will still be questioning. Hope these guys are not fake. Hope these guys are not a fraud. How am I sure I won't lose all my money? How am I going to get my capital back? What am I going to... There will be many thoughts going through their mind. But you want to address these things up front. And that's why you sell your organization first. So you let them know the awards you've gotten. Let them know a number of countries you're operating in. Let them know how long you've been in business. Let them know. Just give 5 punchy points. Just 5 punchy points about your organization. And when you do this, you'll find out that you assuage all the concerns. Now, how do you do this, by the way? Let me give you a practical example from selling yourself to selling the company. Hello, my name is, I work with, we got your number from one of our ads. You indicated interest in our trading platform. Before we go ahead, hope you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions. When we normally get on a call with most of our clients, I'm using the word most of our clients so that he will calm down and realize that what I'm doing for you, I've done it for other people as well. When we get on a call with most of our clients, we normally ask them a few questions. Hope you don't mind. Can I go ahead, please? He will then say, okay, thank you. You can go ahead. Sorry. Before you say, can I go ahead? When you get on a call like this, sorry, let me say it again. When you say, can I go ahead, please? You just, you can go ahead. Then you now ask, I hope this is a good time, please. He will now say, yes, please, you can talk. Because you want to be sure it's a good time. Remember, this is not a cold call. This is somebody who has indicated interest in the platform. Right? Then you now start to sell the company. Now, how do you chip it into the conversation? You know, okay, before I go ahead with my first question, let me just give, in 1 minute, let me just walk you through and tell you about my organization. Then you start to sell your company. Start to mention those things. In 1 minute, less than a minute, just give him the 5 points about your organization that makes you unique, that lets him know that you are credible enough for him to do business with you. Now, moving to the third point, you want to sell the problem. I said, number 1, you're going to sell yourself. Number 2, you're going to sell the company. Number 3, you want to sell the problem. Now, when we say sell the problem here, it doesn't necessarily mean something bad is happening. Selling the problem could also be selling the opportunity. For some people, when they want to go into Forex trading or any form of financial instruments, for them, it's because I have this problem I'm trying to solve. For some, I have this opportunity I want to take advantage of. So whether it's a problem or it's an opportunity, the principles will remain the same. You have to sell it back to the person. And how do you do that? First of all, find out what's your objective for going ahead in this kind of investments. What's your objective? What do you want to achieve through this thing? And the person says, I just want to make more money. Help the person direct his efforts correctly. I remember I spoke to financial consultants many years ago, and I told her, I said, I want to start saving money. Can you guide me through what I can do to save money? And she says to me, she says, what's the purpose of your saving? I said, I just want to be able to save money, have money aside, because I know that successful people always have some money saved for opportunities. She says, yes, but there must be an objective. Are you saving for a new house? Are you saving for a car? Are you saving to have a particular lump sum? There must be an objective. That's what keeps the saving culture consistent. And I thought, wow. In the same way too, when you sell Forex instruments or financial instruments, make sure that you help the person find the objective. So I want to make more money. Yes. I'm an experienced trader. I've been trading for years. This is what I do. Yes. Okay, no problem. However, for most of our clients, we normally would like to have an idea of what is the final objective they're looking at, so that we can be partners with them to help them plan and achieve that objective. So you see the communication. It is not me, the salesperson, and you, the prospect, on the other side. No, it is I, the salesperson, the prospects on my left side or my right side, and we together, we want to achieve that objective. Whether it's a new house, a new car, an educational facility, whatever it is, you want to help you achieve it. So to make it easy, when you're asking your question, throw suggestions to them. Oh, sir, what's your reason for this investment? Or what's your investment objective for coming into this financial instrument? And they say, I just want to make more money. Oh, yes, I understand that. For some of our clients, they'll say things like they want to buy a new car, they want to save for their children's education. For some they just want to save towards a particular financial lump sum target. What's yours, sir? You see that I'm trying to help the person align and find what that financial target or goal is. Now, after you've done that, how you now sell the problem, now that you found the problem or the opportunity, how you sell the problem is that you ask the next level question. Okay, so can you walk me through why this is important to you now? Could it be that it's because, what are you working on right now? Why is this important to you? Now, you want to know why it's important to them, right? Can you give me 1 or 2 reasons what has influenced your decision to get a new car right now? Could it be that your current car is not good enough, or you just want to change and upgrade? Can I have an idea? Why? Because I want to make that thing urgent for the prospect. You see, whatever is not urgent will not be acted on. Before you can sell anything to someone, there must be some level of urgency, because urgency is the fuel for action, so they can take action immediately. So make sure that after you've identified the problem, sell it back to them. Find out why it's urgent for them now. How soon do they want to go ahead to take action to begin this process? Find out why it's urgent for them. You sell it back to them. And this is where your listening skills will come in. The moment the prospect starts talking, remember, see, you understanding the prospects is more important than you trying to communicate the product to the prospects. I'll say that again. You understanding the prospects is more important than you trying to communicate to the prospect, because the greatest form of selling persuasion is through listening. Listening builds trust. Remember, you're selling financial instruments. Most times, one of the greatest challenges in selling financial instruments are trust issues. This means that the prospect feels like he doesn't trust you. He's not sure that you're saying the truth. A lot of people have been scammed and will continue to be scammed, and he doesn't want to fall victim of that. One of the ways you can bridge that trust gap is by listening to them with the intention to understand them, and not in a hurry to quickly go and to get to your script and start selling. This is why every prospect will not be the same. Some, in 5 minutes, they are done talking to you. Some, in 15 minutes, they are still talking. So listen. Give them rapt attention. Don't let them be on the phone with you and they're saying, are you still there? Are you still there? No. You make sounds. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. To let them know that you're listening. And when they are done, when they are talking, don't interrupt them. Don't interrupt. Let them finish. If you're not clear on anything, ask questions for clarification, but don't give any information of value yet. When the person is done talking, you pause. When you pause, paraphrase what they've said. Then you reply. Now, just so you know, you need to be able to speak on the same wavelength as this person. If, for example, you speak very fast, like I speak fast right now, if I'm on the phone with somebody who speaks slowly, I would also have to reduce the pace of my speech so that it would match his pace. That way, he will feel comfortable with me. You see that? So you slow it down. If you're somebody who speaks slowly as well, and the person on the other end speaks fast, you want to increase the pace of your speech. And you want to talk faster so that you can be able to match and mirror the person's pace of speaking. This will let the person trust you more. It will also help you build rapport with the person. And both of you would suddenly find similar interest or common ground on the fact that, oh, we actually speak the same way, because that's important to a lot of people. That's part of what they value. Then finally, you sell yourself, you sell the company, you sell the problem, then you now sell the solution. How do you sell the solution? All right, so this car you said you want to get, how much is this car? He says 100 million. Okay, fantastic. Next thing, I want to find out, What's going to be our process to getting there? I want to ask, okay, so how much would you be willing to start with as the startup capital or initial investments? And the person says $5,000. Now, if you know that $5,000, remember, we are working together to achieving it. After the person mentions the amount, $5,000, the next thing you want to do is educate the person on what we call your trading philosophy. Let the person know that this is how we expect you to trade on this platform, so that they avoid greed or any other wrong activities. Now, if for any reason the client comes back and says, I've lost money, I've done this, I've done that, you now go back. Oh, did you follow our trading philosophy? You go with them one after the other, each point, and confirm if they actually followed your trading philosophy. And if they didn't follow the trading philosophy, then they know that they were at fault. I always like to give this scenario. I said, if I told you that there was a snake in a hole, if there was a snake in a hole, and I said, don't put your hand in that hole because there's a snake there, and you went in and you put your hand there and the snake bit you, when the snake has bitten you, I would ask you, did you put your hand in that hole? He says, yes, I did. Oh, I'll just say, oh, sorry about that. Well, I told you not to put it there, but no problem. At least, thank God you'll be better soon. All right, can we go to the next task? You see, I'm not going to spend time on that problem, because the issue is that you were the one who went ahead to put your hand where you're not supposed to put your hand. So when you're engaging people who trade, you want to make sure that you use the trading philosophy to guide them, so that whenever they make errors and they come back to you, they won't act like you are the problem. Rather, they were the problem, because you showed them the trading philosophy and how to go about this. The next thing you want to find out is that have an idea of what their risk appetite is. Have an idea. Find out from them. What's your risk appetite like? Every organization have their standards and their processes for determining their risk appetite. Determine the risk appetite. After determining the risk appetite, then you now go back to doing the calculation with them. From $5,000, how much do you expect to make from the first month? Then you start to build and guide them towards the processes they can take to getting the final objective, which is the sale. And don't forget to share testimonials. Testimonials of people who followed your trading philosophy and was able to meet these their financial objectives over a prolonged period of time. Remember, when we teach people how to trade, it is not a get-rich-quick scheme, right? It's like a business, and it's something that they can grow into over a period of time. So like I said, you're going to sell yourself, sell your company, sell the problem, and sell the solution. Comment below which of the parts you like the most, and please remember to like, to share with others, and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. If you have any questions, please drop in the comment section below too, so that I would answer them. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you soon, and do have a lovely day.